What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Carter. Gives it the big stiff arm. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So South Carolina's offense will go on the attack first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent.
Breaks into the open. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Might as well give it to him again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Bringing the heat. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Doak. Find some fresh air. What? Just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Longo. Quick completion on the out route. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. He'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Big Pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. Really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running to the left. Turning it on. He's at the and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Longo. Unloads to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Vargas. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Seminoles are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It is good. Now the lead is down to 11. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Arkansas State. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Trying to take it back.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
The give out of the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's Longo. Throwing right. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Running to Green. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Running into the open space. There he goes. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down and still on his feet. Oh, a lot of space. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Defenses have had their hands full slowing this guy down all season long. It's the speed, and it's the open field running ability and vision. That's why he's 2nd in the nation in rushing yards, and that's why he's square in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And in that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the...
Touchdown, Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. Completes it in the middle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Longo. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Noles will call on their punt team.
Number 16 in punt formation to kick it away.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Give to the single back. Gets it past the marker. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run off.
Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Wood. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Powers through the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the fullback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Florida State, 3.
He'll bring it out. It's Wood. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the post. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it down the right side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and the defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
35, Florida State.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the Carolina offense is back on the field. Using his legs, it's Gardner. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Still on his feet at the 40. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The toss to the right. He breaks the tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Finds space on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14.
Here we go.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. At the 30. He's at the and it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Knowles.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field. And oftentimes, he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by a...
Touchdown, Gamecocks! Stealing a score on special teams. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Give to the running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking downfield, it's Longo. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Brings into the open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Fires to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out to the back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Noles have pushed it inside the 20. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. The Noles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Back to throw, it's Longo. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. So they're on the 1-yard line. The incomplete pass on 2nd down. Maybe you just try to drive it in on the ground this time. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And this one is perfect. They are forced to settle for 3.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
South Carolina offense will take over.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking to throw on first down. On target over the middle. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And first down for the offense.
This will likely be the last play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And here's the third interception of the night. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks in a game. Firing deep. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. To the air, it's Longo. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The RPO, it's complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Tackle was made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Gardner. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try the toss to the left. Runs through a tackle. And runs through another one. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Caught in the backfield. It's Upshaw. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the route is on. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but This young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Utah State. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
And I just love having matchups out wide that I know can win. Guys that are so fast on the perimeter that threaten with speed, and guys start bailing and getting out of there. And on 3rd down, and I need that yardage, I can go to him, and he'll get the first down when he comes.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the They get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
2nd down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Longo. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Pulls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Handoff to the single running back. There he goes. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Leaves it with the back. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, South Carolina!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Hand off from the shotgun. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Longo. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Gets it out fast. Lowers those pads. Just dismissing tackles. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So 1st down will open up the final period. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Spits it out to the back. Caught close to the marker. It's Wood. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Seminoles are threatening in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Touchdown, Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. Bangs it through for an extra point. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score.
Florida State, 30.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been... Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a...
He's loose on the left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Trying to impose their will with the run. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
South Carolina.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
63, Florida State, 30.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wood. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3 and gets it to the 20-yard line. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind.
Takes it the other way. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Wood. Pulled down for the tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Noles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina. starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Ball's on the 16 and they need 6 on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Turning it on! Bulldozes his way through. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
On to try. The fake. Kicker's going to run for it. They're not going to get there. Tried to sneak it in for the 2, and they'll get 0 instead.
South Carolina, 83. Florida State, 30.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to sling it on second down. They're working that left side.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find them.
He's got it on the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll get rid of it. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind. There he goes. Defense got it. They're on the run. At the 20. Touchdown Gamecocks. And they turn it into a defensive score.
South Carolina.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2.
29 Philly. 2.
Snaps it in the shotgun. Snags it over the middle. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
And makes the score. South Carolina, 91. Florida State, 30.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wood. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Backed up in their own end. Don't hold the ball too long. Pressure got to him. Couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Set to kick this one away.
Makes a nice grab at the 25.
The return is tackled down at the 29. And the South Carolina offense will
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room.
He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll try to run for it. Turns it on in midfield. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Past the first down marker and still running. It's a seam walk. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Pass interference. Defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play.
22 water. 22 water.
To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Back to pass on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.